founding the University of Virginia. Speaking of Lewis and Clark.
Hi, I'm Meriwether Lewis, and this is Clark, and we're here to explore the West.
But we both did co-lead the Lewis and Clark expedition.
No, I was the real leader. Don't forget, I invited you.
Balderdash, that's all wrong.
Well, hear me out. Hi, my name is Meriwether Lewis from the great Lewis and Clark expedition. I was an American explorer, politician, and soldier. I was born on August 18, 1774, Ivy, in the colony of Virginia. I had no formal education until I was 13 years old. I taught myself to hunt as a child. When I was little, I'd often venture out into the woods into the dead of winter with my dog and hunt. In 1795, I joined the Army as an ensign, the same thing as a modern-day lieutenant. Then I moved up to captain and left in 1801. I'm most famous for leading the expedition across the continent. After the Louisiana Purchase, Jefferson wanted to get a representation of the land, so he began planning an expedition across the continent. When Jefferson, I recruited Clark, then age 33, to share command of the expedition. We hoped to find a waterway from the Atlantic to the Pacific for trade reasons. We were helped by a woman named Sacagawea. We found several animal specimens and Indian tribes wanting to trade with Europe. The 2-year expedition lasted from 1802 to 1805. When I returned, I was allowed to set some of the laws in Louisiana. I later died on October 11, 1809, only 33, in Hohenwald, Tennessee, in the United States.
You must have mothballs in your brain because our expedition was from 1803 to 1805.
Oh, really? See if you can prove me wrong.
Well, here's my side. Hello, my name is William Clark, and I was born August 1st, 1770. I was raised in Caroline County, Virginia, with my 9 brothers and sisters. I joined the Army in 1789, and 4 years later, I was transferred to General Anthony Wayne's unit. Eventually, Lewis was placed in the unit under my command. We've developed a deep friendship and respect for each other, and after Congress had passed the Wilderness Expedition, which was meant for us to explore the western wilderness, I received an invitation from Lewis to co-captain the expedition. I eagerly accepted. During the expedition, Lewis and I met many Native Americans. While spending our first winter near Mandan village, we invited Sacagawea and her husband Toussaint Charbonneau, a French-Canadian trader, to join the expedition. We asked them to join the expedition because we needed translators to help the other Indian tribes. During the expedition, Sacagawea gave birth to her first child, Toussaint Charbonneau. I later nicknamed the child Little Pomp or Pompey. Our expedition made it to the present-day Oregon coast in November 1805. We built a fort there named Fort Clatsop and waited out the winter. In March, Lewis and I made preparations to make the journey back to St. Louis. In early July, Lewis and I decided to divide into 2 groups to see more of the area. I took a group with me to explore the Yellowstone River. I was rejoined by Lewis in August by the Missouri River, and the expedition made it back to St. Louis the next month. After traveling more than 2 years and covering more than 3,000 miles, our epic journey had reached its conclusion. I later received an appointment as Agent of Indian Affairs in the West and Brigadier General of the Militia. I also married Julia Hancock in 1808. I took care of Sacagawea's kids after she died in 1812. I was also governor of the Missouri Territory, that position I held for 7 years. Once the territory became a state in 1820, I ran for governor but lost the election. I continued working in Indian affairs, and I was known for my fair treatment with the Indians. In one case, I helped a tribe that was caught in a small forest fire. Sadly, I died September 1st, 1838. I will be forever remembered by the St. Louis Arch, or the gateway to the west.
You will be remembered. No, we will be remembered. Don't forget, I invited you.
Excuse me, but there would be no Lewis and Clark if it wasn't for me. Bene, or should I say hello in English. My name is Sacagawea, and I was born in Shoshone Indian in modern-day Idaho.
My name is Rebecca Wolf, but please, call me by my nickname, Pocahontas.